personal effectiveness coach and corporate communications guru. Walang iba kundi si Miss Sheila Viesca. Ma'am Sheila, na-miss ka namin.
Hi, Miss Sheila.
Yes,
How you doing?
Naka-last week, no?
Hi.
Kamusta ka naman?
Okay naman.
Nagpamiss
Feeling
lang
better.
siya.
Nagpamiss lang.
Nagpa-miss lang.
Totoo pala yung ano, di ba? Absence makes the
Yes.
heart grow.
May S-Besh.
Founder.
Makes.
Makes.
Founder.
You get the idea.
Sorry. Sorry.
Pareho
Ayan,
yun.
founder. Founder ng
Si, di ba?
anong sinound?
Basta pag pinagdala mo.
miss na natin siya.
Basta pag nag-absent ka, syempre
Yun na yun.
I
Yun
miss
yun,
you
di
too.
ba?
But that's the long and
Founder
short
or
of it.
wonder daw yan. Founder or wonder daw yan ni Sheila eh.
Yun ang nangyayari. Pag nawala si Miss Sheila, nawawala ako
Ayan.
in the zone. Oo.
Pero
Back on
courageous
track.
ka na masabi yung na phrase na yon, Kika, yung code na yun.
Courageous.
Yes. And thank you, Kikay. So, ladies, today we're going to talk about how to be courageous, the importance of courage.
Oh, wow.
Uy, maganda yan.
Very interesting topic.
Oh, ano ba yan?
paano ba?
Oo.
Marami
Pag
akong
ba
katulungan
nagkakaroon
dyan
ng
eh.
away, courageous na yun.
Kapag palagi kang beast mode, di
Pag
ba?
mataas ba yung boses,
Yeah.
matapang na yun?
Oo, these are good questions,
Deeper.
diba? And
Oo. Deeper sense of courageous.
yes, at ang kapatid ng courage is fear. Katapangan at takot, magkapatid. So, what we want to point out is it has to be mindful, cognitive courage. Alam mo kung ano yung kinakaharap mo, hindi lang yung basta sugod ng sugod. Because that's not courage. That's, oo.
Reckless.
May ibang tawag, recklessness or insensibility. Stupidity. Oo, yun na yun. Yeah. So, it's interesting to discuss this topic kasi kahit yung mga ancient philosophers like Aristotle would
Confucius.
heralded courage as the first of human virtues. Ang pinakauna sa mga virtues na kailangan mong i-develop because it makes the other virtues possible.
Ooh.
Yes.
Hi, Gab. Nung una ko palang nakakilala yung si Gab, no, masasabi ko talaga itong bata. No? Isa siyang courageous na bata talaga. May
Oo. At Gab, I slept. I just woke up early. So you go back to sleep.
di ba?
Ayan.
He did not
Abad
sleep
siya.
daw.
At least masasabi mo na you woke up like this. Di ba, Miss Sheila?
Yes.
Di ba?
Ganyan lang.
May tanong
Matatayo
ako. May
ko lang,
tanong ako
baby.
speaking of courage, no?
Alright.
Saan ko ba pwedeng mai-apply ito sa buhay natin, sa buhay ko, yung pagiging courageous? Saan ba, where is the need, ako English na naman, tatagalogin ko na lang, saan ko ba i-apply, tsaka kailan ko ba malalaman kung dapat kong pairalin yung pagiging courageous ko?
Okay. Those are very good questions, Kikay. Kasi courage is something that we should always have with us. It allows us to move forward. May tatlong reactions pag meron tayong kinakaharap na kinatatakutan natin or matters or situations that make us feel stressful. So, una yung flight, tapos yung fight, and then freeze, tendency. Yung flight, syempre, tumatalikod tayo, bigla na lang nating bibitawan. Yung fight, attack mode lang tayo. Yung freeze, we get stuck. So, in all those situations, when we are about to respond, courage is something that happens between the stimulus and your reaction. So, kung paano ko mag-isip, kung paano mo ihahanda yung sarili mo, that is courage. Courage, we always hear, is not the absence of fear. Kasi kahit yung pinakamatapang na tao, nakakaramdam ng takot. And it's important.
Totoo.
It makes us feel aware of our environment, kung paano tayo magre-react, kung sino yung kailangan nating saklolohan, o baka tayo pala yung mas nangangailangan. courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear. Na kahit pa ulit-ulit itong nangyayari, you are there taking on the situation. So ano nga yung pangalawang tanong natin, Kikay?
Kailan ko, tama ba? Yun ang sagot mo ba?
Anong situation?
Oo, yes. Anong situation sa buhay natin? Anong mga pangyayari, yung mga dapat nating may apply yung pagiging courageous natin. Thank you for reminding me that, Ate B, Ate
Yes.
Beth.
Oo, sa araw-araw na gigising tayo, there's something that we have to face that would require us to be courageous. So, malalaman mo to kasi dalawa yung instantaneous reaction eh. Yung isa, there's something physiological that's happening in you. Nagre-respond yung body mo. May kinatatakutan ka, meron kang, there's something that's causing you stress. So that's when you know that you have to be courageous. Nahihirapan kang huminga, medyo nagdadalawang isip ka to move forward. And the other one is psychological. So may mga hesitation ka sa sarili mo, may mga questions ka na hindi mo alam kung paano harapin. And the way we have to take this on, that's how we can manifest our courage, our being courageous. So ano yung una natin gagawin? I-acknowledge mo kung ano yung threat. Ano yung nagbibigay sa'yo ng sense of vulnerability na hindi mo kaya, hindi ka enough, na hindi sapat yung alam mo. And then, after you acknowledge, isa pang A, appraise. Appraise mo kung ano yung importante sa'yo at that particular moment. So, ano ba yung kailangan mong i-prioritize? And then, isa pang A, accept. I-accept mo na natatakot ka, kailangan mong maging courageous because there are risks involved. Risk when you do something, risk when you don't do something. Merong possibility na mag-fail ka. Mataas yung possibility na this new situation will bring you an outcome that you're not ready for.
Baka mamaya mas malala pala.
Oo. And then, finally, yung pinaka-highlight ng courage is an affirmation na the situation presents itself to you because right now, you are the right person. You have to be in your element. Whatever you do, just be there, completely present. So, yun yung process ng courage that's happening kung hihimay-himayin natin kung ano yung nangyayari sa atin sa araw-araw. Whether it's something that we feel physically or psychologically, nakakaramdam tayo ng hesitation, ng takot, ng pangamba. And that's when we become courageous, or that's when we're supposed to manage being courageous.
Right.
Ganda nung sagot mo, ha? Very enlightening, Sheila.
So parang
Yeah,
yun yan, no? So ang key nung lahat is accepting that you have fears also. Kasi otherwise, if you don't, you won't be able to address what really matters.
Yeah. At kung wala kang kinatatakutan, walang reason na maging courageous. Diba how boring is that life? Hindi mo nire-ready yung
It's not
sarili
living
mo.
right there.
Yeah, it's definitely not
Or
worth
what's
living.
the sense of it all?
Totoo. Kaya totoo. Courage is the beginning of all virtues. Kasi dyan nag-uumpisa. Nagkakaroon ka ng prodding na kailangan mong matuto. Kailangan mong makisalamuha. Kailangan mong gumawa ng bago. Kailangan mong baguhin yung sarili mo, baguhin yung pananaw mo. And all these simple measures require courage. Pero wag kang masyadong matakot. Wag kang masyadong magplano.
Don't let it consume you.
Oo, the first formula is be there. Harapin mo kung ano yung dapat mong harapin. And even the most courageous person feels fear. Kahit when we talk about public speaking, which according to many language experts, public speaking gurus, is one of the top 3 of the world's greatest fears. Ang sabi nila, nangunguna daw dyan yung fear of death, fear of spiders, fear of snakes,
Oh my
Tapos,
gosh, I have
kasama
that.
din sa grupo yan, fear of public speaking. So, sa lahat ng ganyang pagkakataon, you just have to do it. You just have to take the plunge. Pero, because you were aware of what you were afraid of, na-calculate mo na. Hindi ka biglang tatalon lang nang hindi mo alam kung ano yung tinatalunan mo at ano yung naghihintay sa'yo. Calculated risks, kumbaga.
Tsaka minsan, Miss Sheila, nakakatakot lang sa umpisa. Parang it's very hard to take the first step, no? But if tama ka, pag pinlano mo naman na parang, okay, pag hindi nag-work yung first step, dapat meron kang contingency plan, meron kang plan B na kung sakasakali na hindi ko talaga kayanin, o meron pa akong susunod na step na baka this time, makaya ko pag ito yung path na tinake ko, no? Kahit saan, siguro kahit sa decision making, no, Miss Sheila, minsan sa career, di ba? Minsan sa career, parang wala ka nang nararamdaman na excitement, na pagpupasok sa umaga, o parang hanggang dito na lang ba ako? Pero natatakot akong umalis. Pero natatakot akong lumabas dun sa box ko, di ba? But if you are going to think about it and really decide on it, and then you take the first step, yun yung parang tama ba? Yun yung pinakamahirap yung unang step. Kahit sa yung minention mo kanina na yung public address or meron kang sa speech kunwari, di ba? Yung kabang-kaba ka, takot na takot ka, baka hindi mo magawa. Pero pag nag-umpisa ka na, mapansin mo, smooth na dire-diretso na. Basta alam mo lang kung ano talaga yung, kumbaga planned talaga, no? Ni Sheila.
Totoo yan, Beth. And during that stage na nagkakaroon ka ng hesitation, yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung acknowledgement, appraisal, acceptance, affirmation, doon ka humihinga So whether it's 3 seconds or 3 minutes, doon mo ini-evaluate kung ano yung kailangan mong gawin at that particular moment, or if you actually even have to act. So you gather within that short period kung ano yung mga importante sa'yo. And to some effect, nami-metabolize mo yung fear. Kasi you take full charge of of the situation instead of the situation taking over you or taking full control of you.
Taking control.
And I think more than anything else, di ba po, yung taking your leap of faith That's more important in everything that you do. Pero, Ms. Sheila, tanong ko lang, paano po ba, kumbaga, para sa isang tao who is living in a world of fears, no? Paano niya masimulan na maging courageous sa maliliit na bagay until sa, mas complex na sitwasyon? So, paano? And then for example, as a friend, and I know that this friend of mine is really parang laging takot sa mga galawan niya, no? So paano ko siya ma-encourage, etc. Ms. Sheila.
Thanks. Thanks for that question, Angel. Kasi marami tayong kaibigan, marami tayong kamag-anak na we have to reach out to kasi they're going through something Hindi man natin naiintindihan. We may be able to say the right thing or just be there to listen to them para may kakapitan sila. Because definitely, may mga taong they have the tendency to live in fear-based situations. Yung nakikita nila kung ano yung dapat nilang katakutan, kung ano yung dapat nilang
paranoid
iwasan.
Na sa lahat, no?
Oo. So, if you can be a friend or an anchor to that person, sabihin mo, okay lang yan. Allow that person to embrace the vulnerability. Huwag mong pilitin na maging kasing tapang mo when you have to reach out to someone. And let that person talk kasi kailangan ma-acknowledge niya or ma-admit niya kung ano yung mga kinatatakutan niya. Then, that's the way for you to help that person face her fears. Kung paano yung step by step. Because definitely, if we're so consumed by the situation we're afraid, we're fearing, medyo napakaliit ng ating pananaw Kailangan natin talaga na may hihila sa atin or magpupush sa atin para makaalis dyan. It's not very easy to think positive, kaya that's not very fair to say that to someone. But when you hear out that person at makita mo kung ano talaga yung kinatatakutan niya, maybe you can hold this person by the hand and little by little pull him out of the rut.
Ganda na sinabi
And
mo,
then
Sheila. Andiyan ako ngayon. Meron akong sinusubukang iangat.
Talaga, that's good, Kikay, and being a person with high sensibility as you are. I know that when you do this for another person, syempre madaling madala eh. Because you
Pero
are there
mahirap din kung kasama ka.
to help reduce the stress of the other person, but in so doing, nai-imbibe mo kung ano yung nararamdaman niya. And this gets in the way of showing courage. Kasi paano ka makakapag-influence kung hindi mo pinapakita? You have to be able to demonstrate it. You have to be able to articulate it.
Para what?
Kaya, oo. Ikaw rin, as you're pulling that friend out of, helping that friend get out of that situation, medyo konting distance ka. Because if you're so involved in the game, if you're so involved in the game, you're within the frame, ang hirap gumalaw. It's very difficult to think out of the box, especially when you're helping another person.
Pwede kang,
I have one last question
parang
lang.
malulunod minsan.
Very, short lang din answer mo ha. Kasi ang question ko lang, lahat ba ng kinatatakutan natin dapat hinaharap natin? Because alam ko, I don't know if you'd agree, no? Meron tayong mga fear within ourselves na we don't tell anyone, di ba? Meron tayong mga kinatatakutan sa buhay natin na minsan we're thinking na, should I face it or should I just let it go? Dapat ba lahat yan i-address? Dapat ba lahat yan magpakatapang ako na harapin ko lahat? Or meron ba mga fear na okay lang na isa-isang tabi at wag nang harapin?
Yeah, I like that question, Beta, kasi it's all about timing. If you are dealing with something that's going to affect your life and your major life decisions, definitely you have to deal with them. Pero ano, to what extent? So yung mga responses, fight, flight, freeze, yung tatlong yan, lalabanan mo ba? Haharapin mo ba? Will you cope with that, with the risk and uncertainty as you articulate what you have to say? O iwasan mo muna and you can afford to set aside that situation? O hihinto ka muna para matuto ka? Pag-aralan mo muna kung paano ka mas maging capable to deal with that situation. So, all those three responses would require courage. Hindi isang paraan lang ang pagpapakita kung gaano tayo katapang. Hindi lahat kailangan nating i-approach with that kind of high assertiveness. So, that's part of being courageous. And you mentioned something earlier about decision making. On a regular basis, we have to decide with courage. Decisiveness called courage. Gagawin mo ba to? Hindi mo gagawin? Isi-set aside mo ba to? O i-address mo right now? Pag-aaralan mo ba to? O hindi naman worth pag-aksayahan ng panahon? Whatever decision you make, as long as it's the decision that you discern, that already is a mark of courage.
Oo, saying no is also a form of being courageous, no?
Yes,
it's not always yes.
Totoo.
Sometimes you have to say no. No.
Sometimes, ngayon, you have to put your foot down. Tama ba? Tama ba yung ano ko? Yung sinabi mo?
Right.
Tama
Very
yan.
nice,
Ladies,
very nice.
I love
pwede ba
it.
ako magtanong? Isang mabilis na tanong naman. When was the last time
Mabilis
you
lang.
found yourself?
Sige, pang-beauty queen.
When was the last time you found yourself most courageous? And what did you learn from that? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Wala akong maalala.
Ako
Ito,
muna.
COVID-19, pandemic.
Yes, yes, actually.
This whole
Yes.
thing that is happening
Yes.
around us is us surviving
Agree.
this, diba? Living through this is actually becoming courageous for all of us. I think that's the most recent
Yes.
event that I can think of that we are being courageous in all aspects in life.
I agree with you,
I think
Angel, because kasi if we are not going to be courageous, we'll just be stuck inside our houses. Sa totoo lang talaga. Yung
let it consume
level,
you, no?
yung level ng fear ko dito, almost full eh. Kung baga sa battery life,
Nasa
almost
100%.
full.
No?
But sometimes, kailangan mo talagang mag-take ng first step. If, di ba? I mean, kung hindi, dito na lang tayo. Mag-stop na lang tayo dito sa loob ng bahay natin. But sometimes you have to go out. Yung mga essentials really have to go out. And yung the moment you ride in your car or you go out of your gates and doors, first step na ng pagiging matapang yun eh. Kasi you really have to do it.
Totoo. Ako din similar din dyan. Ako naman, every time I wake up in the morning, no? Parang regardless kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan mo sa buhay, pero yung gumising ka, yung bumangon ka sa kama to face the world, 'di ba? To be you again, 'di ba? Na to function into I think that for me, masasabi ko na pinaka naalala ko na masasabi ko nagiging courageous ako, yung talagang yung alam mo yun, yung you have the strength,
Courage.
diba? To carry on, 'di ba? Carry on, keep calm and carry on. Parang ganoon, 'di ba? Yung bumangon sa kama, ipagpatuloy yung buhay. Kahit ano pa yung dago. Kahit ano pa yung grabe. 'Di ba? Parang kahit ano pa yung mga pinagdala-dala mong mga baggages diyan, eye bags, problems, issues. Laban lang.
Yeah. Oo.
Very
Tama.
nice ng topic natin.
Ganda ng topic mo, Miss Sheila.
As always naman
Yes.
pala.
Thank you very much, ladies. And
Thank you.
Yes. Miss Sheila,
final,
yung mga
final note. Yeah.
Sige.
Final note. Even if we are courageous, our fate, yung destiny natin, is really not within our control. Pero, ang future natin, that's our responsibility. And that is why we have to be courageous every time. Kasi our life is up to us.
Yes.
And kung ano yung choice na gagawin mo ngayon is definitely going to affect every other area of your life. So, will you do it with courage? Will you be fully present? Will you be calculated in taking on risk? Ikaw ang mag-decide, and that's something that that's the time that you own between the situation as it's happening, and then the time between that and the response that you're going to give. Hinga ka muna ng malalim, mag-isip ka if you need to step back a bit para mas magawa mo yung bagay na yon with courage and mindfulness.
Very
Napakaganda,
nice.
Miss Sheila. Parang pag-tikwin yung mga sagutan natin na ngayon, ha? Yung mga katanungan,
Ay,
yung mga
talaga, I miss you talaga.
Grabe talaga.
Oo,
Pwede
doon
na
na
tayong
to.
pambato ng
Ayun. Sige.
Yes, Miss
So, mga
Sheila.
ganito.
Yes, oo. Go na ba? Okay, sige.
Go.
Naman. Miss Sheila, for those who are interested, di ba, to learn more about topics like this, and the other things that we talk about, and I'm sure marami pang iba, how do they get in touch with you, and ano po ba yung inyong mga contact details?
Yes. So for courses on communication, leadership, personal effectiveness, stress management, leadership training, they can reach us at www.talkshop.ph and call us at 0917-877-5588 or 0917-894-5588. So we do coaching, consultancy, and also organizational training. I would also like to take this opportunity, ladies, given that we're talking about being courageous, to acknowledge how much you have inspired me through the years. Medyo matagal na yung pinagsamahan natin. I enjoyed listening to you kahit wala ako sa show na to. So thank you for being inspiring. And shout out dun sa mga relatives ko and friends who have remained courageous throughout their lives, lalo na yung mga mothers dyan, yung mga guardians, the kids who despite the stress that they are dealing with sa studies nila, would wake up in the morning, would just do it. The parents are always there for their kids, and practically anyone who simply decides to wake up and deal with whatever the day is going to bring. So congratulations. Hi to Mary, to my mom, to Lani. Thank you for being inspiring.
Yeah,
I love it. Ang Miss Universe talaga, Miss Sheila, ha?
Ganun talaga.
I love it
Miss Sheila.
talaga. Grabe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Salamat.
Next week ulit,
Thank you,
ha? Abangan namin
Angel.
yan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yes.